Today I'm going to review the Titan Survivor cord. This here is made by a veteran-owned company. It's used by the military, the Coast Guard. This cord is actually meets military specs. It has to be rated for 550 pounds of breaking strength or above. Has to be a minimum of 550. A lot of the commercial paracord out there do not meet military specs. They call it 550, but it does not meet the military specs. This here is actually meets military specs, and it is used by the military and the Coast Guard. Now, this here is Survivor cord, and what that means is within this it has 3 additions. It has a 30 gauge copper wire in here, multi-purpose copper wire. You can use it for many purposes. If you double it up, it's also, you can use it for animal snares, small animals. It also has a waxed jute that is twisted jute and waxed, so it waterproofs it for fire starting. As well as a 25-pound test monofilament fishing line within this cord as well. We're going to break apart a piece of this, and I'll show you each individual piece. What I have here is a piece I cut off. This is normal commercial paracord. Watch the difference. I take this straight out, falls over. This one, I can put it straight out, it'll stay up. That's that little piece of wire in there basically. But it still ties a nice tight knot and such, so it doesn't hinder it in any way, but it keeps its form better. Now I'm going to cut the end off of this one. And I'll show you the strands. There they are right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Small little strands. Now, this one here, I'm going to cut that off. And we'll see the difference. Look at the difference in the size of the strands first off. Well, I'll get this here for you. Okay, there's one. There's the second one. Now look at the difference in the size. These ones here are far bigger. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Right there. These are far thicker. And it still has the normal 7 strands. Plus they have one here that has a red on it. Now I think that is just the maker's mark kind of deal. I'm not positive about that. I think I read that. But it has normal 7 strands, which are thicker than the 550 commercial that you usually buy. So right there shows, you know, these small 7 strands compared to these, you know, this is all nylon. These thicker ones, this here is most likely gonna provide a larger breaking point than 550 if this is rated at 550. Now, here's the other, here's the wire right there. Hey, see that? Now, that wire on itself, you can grab it and snap it. It will snap. But if you take it, bend it over, and twist it up, it's been tested, and it does work as small game snare wire. So I've been told. But it's a copper wire, so you can use it for many, many purposes. That was the whole point. They had to go with a small gauge to make the cord still flexible and do what it has to do. Anything any bigger just won't work. But you double it up, you can make yourself snare wire. But it's multi-use. This here 25-pound monofilament fishing line, that is good. That is a nice, strong strength. You can make a snare out of that alone. And plus, you can catch some pretty big fish, 25-pound test. Now, here's the wax jute right here. You can see it's all this way. So, unwind it, untwist it like this, and you can start pulling it apart to get those nice little fibers. What I'm going to do right now is, I'm going to cut this other end off. Cut that end off, and you can take and pull just what you like out. Like that. Now I have the jute, but the rest is still intact. I can still use that. Or if I just want the fishing line, I can pull out just the fishing line. Or the wire, I can pull out the wire. Right there, if you can see that. Now, I still have a normal 550 paracord. I like that feature. Now we have the 3 out. Excuse me. There's the fishing line there. Now you can use that for multi-use, as you know. I'm not going to fish with it today, but it's a no-brainer. Yeah, you can fish with it. Now the snare wire, I'm going to double that up and see what the breaking strength of that is. And let's see if we can start a fire with this. We're going to just try to light that with the ferro rod. I'd say it works pretty good. Okay, I've got that twisted up. Just going to put that around my thumb. You can see the way that's cutting in. Ow. Like I said, they've actually tested this, doubled up like this, and told me that they've had success, and it works really well, doubled up like this for small game animal snares. I know one thing, it didn't break and hurts the thumb. So I've just tied 550 around here and around here. Put my weight on it. That's taking all my weight right there. We'll see how the knots come out. Got to remember, 550 is not recommended for climbing and such, even though I'm 215 pounds. And, you know, you think it should support you. It's not recommended to do climbing. A lot of people don't even recommend using it for like a hammock setup, because when you move around and stuff, you can exceed the weight, I guess, by, you know, when you're jumping around and so on and so forth, I guess. It's just not recommended, so basically don't do it. It's a nice, strong cord, but don't be trying to hang off cliffs and stuff with this stuff here, because it may fail. Okay, I've got the Titan survivor cord hooked up there now. And same knot. The other one wasn't too bad to get out. Now I just want to see if the wire is going to make this a little harder to get out or whatever. We'll see. Plus this tests the strength too. Jumping up and down. Now let's see how easy it comes apart. Just as easy as the other cord. This side here, I had a little bit of problem with the other stuff too, but it's coming out. I'm very happy with that test. So in closing, I think it's really, you know, it's a nice cord. It does everything the commercial paracord does and more. I actually braided myself a bracelet out of it last night. I like it. It bends pretty good and such. Like I said, it's not as limp as the other paracord, but very handy. I mean, that bracelet there has 8 feet. I know I have 8 feet of fishing line, 8 feet of wire, and 8 feet of jute, plus the normal paracord, you know, if ever need be. I like that. So they also have a line of paracord that is reasonably priced. It's called Warrior cord. And the Warrior cord, it is actually rated, it's 550 mil spec, the same thing as this here is, but has a breaking strength of 620 pounds. So I'm not sure what the breaking strength on this is, but the Warrior cord is 620. So it meets the 550 rating of military specs. It doesn't have, you know, any extras in it. Just the 7 strands, and the it's all nylon. So I like it. I really do. I can see a lot of uses for this. It's just another place to check out if you're into really good quality paracord and you want some. Check out Titan. Take care.